Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most exciting discussions in the NBA, the top 3 players for each team, and how these core building blocks shape the future of every franchise. Whether it's a championship contender or a team in the middle of a rebuild, today we'll break down each team's key players and where they stand in the league's hierarchy. First up, we've got the teams that are already championship ready. And in this category, it's no surprise that the Denver Nuggets come out on top. The heart and soul of this team, Nikola Jokic, the 2-time MVP and the reigning NBA Finals MVP. Jokic's dominance is almost singular in the league today. His passing, vision, and scoring ability make him a top-tier star. But even with Jokic leading the charge, the Nuggets need Jamal Murray to find his elite form again, as seen during their 2023 title run. With Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon, Denver has a solid supporting cast, but it's Jokic who makes them contenders. Then there's the Boston Celtics. The Celtics have one of the league's most potent duos in Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. Tatum continues to evolve into an MVP caliber player, while Brown provides all-around scoring and defense. Marcus Smart rounds out the top 3, giving the Celtics a solid foundation for the future. While the team has other valuable pieces like Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, Tatum, Brown, and Smart form the core that will keep them competing for years to come. Don't forget the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is already an MVP caliber player. And when you add in Chet Holmgren, who's looking like a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, and Jalen Williams, who is turning heads with his elite two-way play, this trio might be the best young core in the league right now. This group could stay together for the next decade, making OKC a terrifying team in the coming years. Moving on to the elite, but with questions tier, let's talk about the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo continues to be one of the best players in the world, but the Bucks have struggled to find the right balance around him. Damian Lillard's arrival was supposed to take this team to the next level, but they've been outscored with Lillard on the floor so far this season. Brook Lopez is still a solid big, but he's not the defensive anchor he once was. With Chris Middleton's injury issues, the Bucks' future could be uncertain despite having one of the league's best superstars. Then we have the Philadelphia 76ers. Joel Embiid is the reigning MVP, and he's still an absolute force on both ends. But injuries have plagued this team. James Harden is past his prime, and while Tyrese Maxey is emerging as a star, Philadelphia's future is tied to the health of Embiid and the stability of their roster. If this group can stay healthy and gel, they're a threat, but right now, their season has been filled with more questions than answers. Let's shift gears to the rising young cores. The Cleveland Cavaliers are an exciting team to watch. With Donovan Mitchell leading the charge, the Cavs have 2 rising stars in Darius Garland and Evan Mobley. Garland is taking his game to new heights, while Mobley is emerging as one of the best defensive bigs in the league. This trio is built to last, and Cleveland could be a serious contender in the Eastern Conference in the next few years. Memphis is another team to keep an eye on. Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. make up a dynamic big 3. Morant's electrifying playmaking, Bane's scoring, and Jackson's defense make this trio one of the most exciting in the league. But with Morant's off-court issues and Jackson's occasional injury concerns, the Grizzlies still have to prove they can stay healthy and make a deep playoff run. Next, let's talk about teams that are stuck in the middle. The Los Angeles Lakers, led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis, are still one of the most talented teams in the league, but LeBron is nearing the end of his career, and AD's consistency is always in question. The Lakers are going to be competitive, but how much longer can this duo lead the charge? And who steps up as their 3rd star? That remains to be seen. Similarly, the Golden State Warriors are in a similar situation. Stephen Curry is still a top 5 player in the league, and Draymond Green is a defensive monster, but they need more from the rest of the roster. Can Klay Thompson return to form? And will they add another star to the mix? The Warriors are at a crossroads, but as long as Curry is there, they'll be dangerous. Finally, we have the rebuilds. The San Antonio Spurs are at the top of this list thanks to Victor Wembanyama, the future of the NBA. But with other young players like Jeremy Sochan and Devin Vassell, the Spurs are still a few pieces away from competing at the highest level. It's a bright future, but it's going to take time for this team to fully develop. The Detroit Pistons, led by Cade Cunningham, are another team in the early stages of their rebuild. Cunningham has shown flashes of brilliance, and with Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren, this team is full of promise. They're going to struggle this season, but their future looks very bright. So, there you have it. Every team's top 3 players, ranked according to their current and future potential. Some teams are already title contenders, others are in the middle of the pack, and a few are still in the early stages of building for the future. But one thing's for sure, there's never a dull moment in the NBA. Let me know in the comments which team you think has the best big 3, and if you agree with our rankings. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a breakdown. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.